what's going on?
What's up?
Chilling. Slacking. That's what we do here.
Is that the only thing?
Well, I suppose I'm a little less slacking than usual.
Holy shit, dude.
Hey. Who knew you could shave 10 years off of your face?
and apparently shave your way up a couple income ladders. Dude, no more free hats at Wawa.
Yeah.
No more.
Now people aren't going to mistake me for being homeless. What am I going to do?
I need a new hat, too.
No more guy randomly giving me $5 because I'm sitting outside Wawa eating a fucking quesadilla.
Wait.
Yeah.
You didn't tell that story.
No, like a week and a half ago, I was sitting outside of fucking Wawa, and some dude's like, he's on his way out. He's like, here, and hands me $5, and I'm just like, yeah, all right, thanks, dude. Like, whatever. I even said, like, just then, I was like, yeah, okay, all right, whatever, dude. Like, I was just like, you hand me $5, I'm gonna fucking take it.
Dude, Sean was right then. Sean was right. Because what did Sean say? He said we needed to get you outside panhandling. Because obviously with your look. The look from last week's show. That look, if you will. That's what was getting you some attention, if you will. For a free hat, some gloves. I didn't
get any gloves.
And then what did Sean say during his show with us? It was just stick you out there. There's how we would fund the channel. It was basically just have you out there with the dirty cowboy hat,
sitting out there at Wawa.
Well, I mean, if you're saying a guy gave you $5 last week, like it fucking worked, and you had to go and shave it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get employment at said Wawa. So.
But if you
our old Wawa, actually.
Oh yeah. Oh god, that fucking place. I know it's a lot different now.
Yeah, it's a much different store now.
But then again,
got, like smoothies and shit.
Well, but then real fast though is think about it this way: the beer did get you money.
It made me a tiny bit of money.
$5.
It paid its rent on my face.
It bought the razors. So, did you just go straight freaking... You had to use scissors at first, right?
I used friggin' full-on clippers.
Like just sheep shears?
Yeah, just sheared my face. I did trim it first, and then was and I was like, nah, if I'm gonna go.
You tried to style it first, like, hey, let me see if I can rock this.
Yeah, I just kind of was like, nah, because then I'm gonna have to do the weird awkward, try and
make the line per underneath. I can never figure that out.
Yeah,
I can never figure it out.
With me, it's either this or, full-on Scottish.
I was gonna say, really no middle ground with you, is there?
No.
There's no goatee, no nothing else. It's.
Well, I tried to goatee one time, and then I just didn't like it. I felt like I should put on a Spaniard hat and start exploring and shit.
El Conquistador.
That's call me Ponce de la Verne.
Find a fountain of youth.
Yeah, something like that. Well, hey, shave the beard.
Yeah,
I lost 10 years.
I think you found it. Honestly, dude, this is crazy.
Oh, no way.
Wait, what? Whoa! Breaking news. Dusty Rhodes just died.
Damn, dude. Fucking legend right there.
Someone kicked off Adam West.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Batman.
Yeah. But no way, Dusty Rhodes. Damn. You want to can we bring a news report up real fast? You think?
Well, he wasn't looking good the last few times.
He didn't look good when he was wrestling.
Well, true, but he didn't look especially not good.
I mean, look.
I'll see if I could find something.
The dude had the permanent misfit fucking face makeup. Like his eyes were more than sunken. Actually, I dated a chick and her mom had eyes like that, where they just look completely beat all the fucking time. You know what I mean?
Hmm. What? He did not die in 2015. Like, he's been on WWE since 2015.
Wait,
Google, you failed.
Wait. Can you bring this over? Slide this over real fast.
Google fail.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? July 11th. I mean, are they trying to type this in as it's happening?
I have no idea. But yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like what's going on
no,
here?
wait, even
Wikipedia has it that way?
yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. Cuz I'm pretty sure Here, let's check this AXS. It's a wrestling site. Oh, I guess he did die in 2015.
Well,
I could have swore he was still alive.
Yeah, I didn't.
Died on Thursday, left behind.
Well, we got looked dumb. I was made dumb.
Well, to be fair, makes my friend look dumb because he's the one who fucking posted it today.
Oh, do you know what? Could it be like
maybe he was posting it
because he died on this day? Like,
yeah, maybe.
Which I think is dumb. Like, I don't know why people celebrate the death day for important folks. I think it should just be the birthday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we don't sit there and have JFK Day on November 23rd. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we'll sell it. You know, they'll do something like via present. Yeah, I mean, you know, they'll have a okay, September 11th. Yeah, that was a major event. See, I kind of takes it away a bit then, because although you know what, I'm starting to see, I don't think they should do something like that on September 11th. Because if if I'm gonna go on my point here, and if I'm really gonna go jump down this rabbit hole, they should actually just be something like for those people's birthdays. You know what I mean? Because why are you going to celebrate the fact that they died in a horrific fucking manner? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you want to celebrate the life that these people live?
And you know what? That's an interesting point. That's exactly what those terrorists wanted.
They know every day now we're going to go out there.
Now every September 11th, we're going to remember what they did, and it's like that's what they wanted us. It's like people who fucking murder people, like, for attention. Like fucking...
What, gunning after celebrities or something like that?
Well, like there are people out there who, like, they're fucking murderers and they fucking love that fucking people remember them because they're a fucking murderer. Like, that's... Like, they wanted that immortality, that fame.
That Jared Lawson's, whatever his name was, the dude that shot up the congresswoman, I guess. He would... It seems like a lot of those mass shooter guys too, especially the ones that that turn themselves in, quote unquote, peacefully. Like, yeah, I guess that they were on that tip, like you were saying, of like, I want to live, I want to be infamous.
Yeah, I
want to live on forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm known as the guy that shot up the fucking congresswoman, or I'm known as the guy that shot up the fucking movie theater during Batman.
Yeah, and people are going to be talking about me forever. No, don't talk about those people. Fuck them.
Right. Well, there was a was it around? Was it Virginia Tech or was it the no, it had to be the Batman one. I think it was the Batman one. Where there was an expert from overseas, and he was talking about, like, okay, you know, why do you only see this stuff happening in America, and you know, you don't see like these mass killings and so forth and so on happening in other countries? One big reason is obviously gun control laws. You know, like in Britain, you know, try and buy a gun in Britain. You know what I mean? Or even Australia. You know what I mean? Like, you know. But one of the things that this guy was saying was that why does it keep happening? Is because of the fucking news media. Like, you put these guys out there
on a pedestal. They
think that, you know, they see like, oh, you know, and then the at-risk motherfuckers that see this, like, oh, you know, I can be treated as the anti-hero, like the lone outsider that was trying to fight against the status quo and the wrongs of the real world, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's you all right, dude?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What's...
Got a little itch.
Oh, okay. Like a tooth was about to pop out or
Yeah.
something. Like what was up with that pizza? But yeah, like they got they get that anti-hero like labeling or that luster, if you will. You know what I mean? Like to be that John Wayne type, that rugged individual that went against the grain. You know what I mean? Like they romanticize it. They absolutely fucking romanticize it. They did, and it really got worse. Really, with that Virginia Tech kid, like, because when he sent that manifesto off to NBC News and they fucking opened it up and read that shit and played it on air, like, you fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Like, you gave this cocksucker what he wanted.
Yeah.
Even though he was dead at that point from, because he killed himself and took himself out or whatever.
Yeah.
After pumping like 19, 20 some people with hollow point bullets.
Yeah.
Like headshots too, dude. They were saying he was headshotting motherfuckers with hollow point 9s. Like, ew. That's just this. That probably did not look fucking pretty in that fucking hallway. But
Probably not.
But still, it was just like I said. NBC just they fucking gave into what the motherfucker wanted, and well, indirectly, maybe, And again, of course, it was got to chase that fucking the ratings and all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no one in the chat yet. Yeah, we got the chat room up, so come on in. So I don't know, man. Like it's like I like all them school shootings, but then the thing is, like with terrorism, like do you sit there and say like don't report it? You know what I'm saying? Like do we sit there and say shit like that? Like,
well,
because like especially like what happened in Kabul like 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, with the 80 people just getting, it was like 80 people dead and 300 injured, like just fucking blasted by a bomb, just dead. All because of terrorism. It was like the Sunni group going against the Shia group, just blowing people up.
Well, I almost wonder, like, what would the terrorists do if the news didn't fucking talk about it? Like, it's like, all right, your shit's what you did is fucking despicable and disgusting. We're not even going to fucking talk about what you did because we're not going to give you the satisfaction. Like, why give them the satisfaction? They fucking can turn on the same news we can and go, look what we did. Look at how freaked out everybody's getting. Instead, I say either don't cover it or cover it in a way that's like, rather than, feel bad about these people. No, it should be feel fucking anger towards these people. Don't feel bad about the people who died, but fucking let's go fucking kick their fucking ass for fucking doing it in the first place.
Yeah, but that's still they're going to get the attention either way then.
Yeah, but
like it would be one thing.
It depends on the kind of attention that they're getting.
Right, because like for example, like if you wanted to, obviously like a school shooting breaks out or a mass shooting breaks out in this country. Like for example, we had that shit that happened in Orlando. Now this one's kind of interesting and it's kind of like a touchy one too, because it was a guy went into his job, shot up the place. Yeah, you can click on. I got muted out so you won't get a feedback loop. Shot up the place, right? Then more or less then kills himself.
Yeah.
Now, he was a veteran, PTSD, wasn't getting the help, problems at the job. It was like fucking Rambo from First Blood. It's like, I can't get a job parking cars. They call me baby killer. You know what I mean? Like coming back all jacked up from the war and shit like that. So the thing is, though, is that now in the case of like that shooting like that or any shooting, it's like, okay, what some people have said is that you just talk about the victims and you never mention the suspect or the perpetrator's name. But in this case, with this guy down in Orlando at that curtain store or blinds warehouse or whatever it was, right? The thing being with that dude is his situation and his experience like is a very important topic that we have to discuss. You know what I mean? Because like we are having all these veterans come back. Dude, the guy that went and shot up the fucking cops in Dallas, former army dude, was in Afghanistan and Iraq. Same with this guy in Orlando, Afghanistan and Iraq. There's been several of these mass shooting events that have happened because it was a vet who didn't get taken care of, and he's not getting help, and of course the economy takes a shit, so that fucking rate rings down on his head too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just have all these checklists going the fuck against you, and they go crazy, and they start killing. You know what I mean? Like so the thing is like we would have to talk about that guy because of what his circumstances are. You know what I mean? Like you would almost have to have, as sick as this is about to sound, an almost sympathetic light of like, dude, this is what happens when we don't take care of our fucking troops.
Well, yeah.
And this is what happens when we ignore mental health problems in this country and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's all the nuance. You know what I mean? Like, you and I can have that to go through the nuance, no problem. You know what I mean? But like everybody else,
yeah,
you know.
And I don't know. I have to think like things are only going to get worse on the mental health issue front now because, well, the way shit's going with the fucking government and the healthcare and shit. It's,
well, yeah. I mean, if they're trying to sit there and basically say like, yeah, insurance companies, you ain't got to worry about that shit no more. Because that's what's happening when they're with repealing Obamacare is get rid of 10 tenets. You know what I mean? The 10 things they have to cover you for.
Yeah.
Mental health was one of them.
Yeah.
I also saw something interesting too. It said that the Trump presidency is actually causing a lot of mental health issues right now. Apparently, allegedly.
Wouldn't surprise me.
They said it's actually causing like depression and stress issues or whatever.
Well, yeah, we've got a complete fucking buffoon running our country. Like,
yeah, I could see why we would need that health insurance for mental health treatment.
Like,
give us the insurance or legal weed, either one of those to fucking deal with this guy. Give us something.
Like, well, here's the thing. Fucking when Trump was running for president, he was talking about, we're going to legalize weed. And now.
And then Jeff Sessions is, yeah.
And now he fucking appointed Jeff Sessions, who was like fucking, like, back to fucking reefer madness 1930s fucking, like, marijuana illegalization shit. Like, fucking, you smoke a joint, you're gonna fucking go crazy and murder somebody. It's like, no, fucking Jeff Sessions. Let me ask you, have you ever fucking smoked a joint? The fucking last thing you fucking feel like doing is going out and fucking killing somebody. Because it's too much fucking effort.
I was going to say, last thing you want to think about doing is anything in particular.
Especially with the shit they got today, man.
Oh my God, dude. Okay.
You're not getting up and going fucking kill. You're like, damn, I got to fucking walk downstairs and get munchies.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you ain't fucking going. Like, and then fucking pot in general. Like, I've never met somebody who smokes pot and gets angry from it. Like,
I've known people who get angry because they don't have any to smoke, but when you smoke it, like, yeah, I don't know, you know.
It's not like
it's the old Bill Hicks joke, dude. You see, go to a bar, go to a sporting event. What's there? Alcohol. What do you see? Fights, just drunks brawling and stuff.
Yeah.
You ever see two potheads get into a fight? Hey, buddy. Hey, what? Nothing. Fight over. Yeah, fight over. You know, exactly. It's exact. I'm sure that was like a tagline in when he did that. But yeah, it's exactly it, dude. Like when you see two potheads, like, you motherfucker,
yeah,
what's up?
What's up? Like, the most they're fighting over, it's like, dude, what? That was my bag of Doritos. Oh fuck, man. I'm sorry. Like, that's a stoner fight. That's like the most violent stoners will get. It's like, damn, dude, you ate my Corn Ranch Doritos. I fucking wanted them shits. Like, it's like,
I don't want to go to the store.
Like, for fuck's sake. It's like, I'll never understand how it got in the Schedule 1 category. Because it's like...
Nixon, dude.
Well, yeah, I still don't understand how he sold people on that. Because it's like...
Because, you know what it was? All right, you remember it from the hypernormalization film, right? Tim Leary.
Yeah, Tim Leary.
Timothy Leary.
Yeah, Mr. fucking Acid, who may have been a CIA asset.
Right. Well, and also, like, I don't like him for the sake that he was the one that did the whole individualism shit for the left wing side of it, of like, oh, politics is an old man game. Just work on yourself. Just be you. You know what I mean? Like, where Ayn Rand was the right wing style of it. Like, oh, the only thing that matters is you. Your happiness is your moral purpose and all that bullshit.
Drop in, tune out, whatever the fuck
right,
he said.
Right.
Yeah.
So I fault both of those people as cultural figures because of the influence they had on the baby boomer generation, and it's the bullshit that we're dealing with now.
Mm.
You know, but what it was is Nixon. You know, there was two quote unquote lefts or left wings back then, right? So you had what do you call it? Guys like Tim Leary, who was in that counterculture-y left.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you had the dudes like Bernie Sanders, who was in the new left, as it was known, and it was the actual people who went out and did the civil rights shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was white people, and more specifically, Jewish people who teamed up with the black civil rights activists.
Mm.
You know, and you don't hear a lot about them because they did it the right way. Like, you know, Bernie Sanders didn't go out there and do it because, oh, I'm Bernie Sanders. But no, he was like, I need to be a body in this. You know, the whole stuff that Adam Curtis talked about, giving up a part of yourself and to be involved in something bigger.
Yeah.
That was the new left, the good guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but what it was is Nixon saw Woodstock and saw, even though he wasn't in office. No, yeah, he was in office. 68. That's right. Yeah, he won in 68. Nixon saw Woodstock, and he saw the Tim Leary left as this hippie counterculture and all that shit. And what did those guys do? Oh, they smoked fucking weed, you know. And then was able to sit there and call them the left for political reasons.
Yeah.
And then also, you know, go and play in on the old school fucking up. The Mexicans and the blacks are going to get your daughters high and fuck them type shit. That was still genetic cultural history in a way. And that's how he was able to get start the DEA, and then two, Schedule 1, make weed Schedule 1. It's been there ever since. Ever since they started the DEA, it's been Schedule 1. It's not like it was a 3 and then it went to 2 and then it went to 1. Like they said no, like Jump Street, fuck you. You know, like no, you know, so it was totally done to go after what was not even a threat to him.
Yeah.
Because again, like he went after them as a way to jail them, in essence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the funny thing was,
damn hippies.
Right. But the funny thing was, is the hippie, because he thought they were going to be, you know, they were going to get together with this collectivism and then take over fucking the political system. Yet they had no interest or care for politics anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
they were like, dude, just leave us alone. We want to get fucked up and just go to our Grateful Dead shows
and be psychonauts and all that BS. You know what I mean? Like, you know. So it was funny on how he perceived an enemy who wasn't even interested, who didn't even have Nixon on a target list or viewed him as a combatant to begin with anyway.
They just didn't give a fuck about him.
Well, because they didn't give a fuck about politics anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
they were just like, we're our own little fucking culture. We're gonna fucking, you know, tour with the Grateful Dead and fucking go fucking, or you know, Country Joe and the Fish or whoever.
Right, Country Joe and the Fish. Tell me that's a real name.
I think that's the fucking band that did and it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. That band?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Country Joe and the Fish.
Huh. I was gonna, dude, that'd be great if you just came up with that out of it. I'd be like, that's awesome. The band name at least. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy how it was set up that way, and then of course too. I mean, you know, they saw the benefits of just keeping something like that on that Schedule 1, because then they can go after poor people and be like, oh, you got a dime bag?
Yeah.
You know, own your ass for like 2 years on probation and a bunch of fines. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it's fucking stupid. Okay, so it's a natural plant. Yeah, now I understand. Yeah, we've done a lot of we've helped that plant along pretty well. But the thing is, all right, it's still a plant. You grow it, you pick it, you dry it, you smoke it. That's it. Like people, I've had fucking anti-drug people be like, "Oh, well, cocaine's just a plant." No, cocaine's not just a plant. They grow it, they harvest it, they chop it the fuck up, they fucking soak it in a bunch of fucking chemicals. Then they have to dry it out under fucking under like heat lamps to fucking get all the chemicals back out of it, or the ones that they don't want out of it, and then people snort it, and it's like, it's not. Snorting cocaine that you get is not like as if you had just dried out coca leaves and chopped them up and snorted that.
I was gonna say, like, if they were to say they were to sit there and they were good with illegal coke, you think they would be able to come out with a better, cleaner version of it?
Well,
I mean, in essence, they do it already. Lidocaine is basically medical cocaine.
They're derived from,
but they come from that plant though. Like they still use coca plant to make lidocaine and all that shit.
Yeah, but they like extract certain elements or certain chemicals from it to, change it. Like it's not like the same thing as like cocaine. Like they used to use cocaine in the medical industry back in the day. Hell, fucking Coca-Cola had cocaine in it at one point.
Well, it was Coke and cola. Like it's Coke, cocaine,
Coca plant.
Yeah,
but
yeah, fucking cocaine and like and coca leaves, which again, it's all from the same shit anyway. Chocolate and Coke are all from the same plant. They're all from the coca plant.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, there's a coca plant, and then there's the cocoa plant. Cocoa.
Oh, the OA.
Yeah.
Not COCA.
Yeah.
COCOA.
Yeah.
But they have like the same damn near effect, they said, like on the brain. Like dopamine wise, like eating chocolate is almost the same thing as you don't get the physiological effects of like being high on Coke. You know what I mean? But like that, the euphoria stuff and the mental stuff of it, like it's almost chocolate and Coke is almost, they said it's pretty similar. Look it up. I'm telling you, Google it.
But
you can Google that shit. Oh, so I want to say about the weed though. So since moving into town and into the city, went and stopped by a buddy's house that I know. He lives up in Northeast Philly, which, by the way, for obvious reasons, living in Wissahickon would get me to Northeast Philadelphia via a bus much faster than having to come from, say, Conshohocken. Okay, that I can understand. But with that being said, where this bus went, the R bus as it's called, it starts in Wissahickon and then just goes all the way out to the Frankfurt Transportation Center in Northeast Philly and shit. It's still insane that, like, wow, okay, this bus is pretty much damn near direct, and it runs all the way up the boulevard, the crazy ass fucking Roosevelt Boulevard. But my buddy, because I stopped over because he has wares for sale. We shall say wares for sale.
Okay.
Considering the conversation's about marijuana, and he has wares for sale.
Okay.
So, but he also had the oils, like the vape pen oil.
Yeah.
And he had just like 2 tubes of this stuff, and like, I don't know, man. I might have to look into it and invest into and going oil and getting rid of the and not smoking organic plant material anymore. Because have you tried it before? Have you tried G pens, vape pens?
I may have.
We're gonna wait. I didn't know. Are we still playing this game or not? I forget. We still playing the deniability game? But the I don't. Would you agree? You agree? It's a different high, right?
Yeah,
I like it, dude. I don't. Okay, well, okay. I'll say for me. I guess obviously I'll start because I brought it to the table. It's like, okay, you still get like the feeling in the head and everything like that, and also if it was like the body stuff, I forget indica, sativa, I forget which ones goes which way. But if it was especially because the stuff that he had in that oil was like more body oriented, you get the nice warm feeling and so forth. But one thing I've noticed the difference from hitting like 2 or 3 pulls on that to like smoking a bowl, like half a bowl to the head or something like that, is that when you smoke, like you get that real just tarry kind of like just headachy almost feeling like having a sinus infection. I know my sinuses are toast because I smoke too many goddamn cigarettes anyway, but like you just get that congested, not like a chest congestion, like a head congestion type of vibe, like from smoking smoke. You know what I mean? Versus vaping it. You know, like when I vaped it, I was just like, and it was interesting. It was like I didn't realize I was getting, or I was at the point of being stoned because I was just so acclimated to combustible that I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm waiting for the headache to come on in a sense, or waiting for the stuffiness to come on. You know, because that and it's just natural. It just gets kind of attributed to the experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because okay, well, I'm doing this and. Oh, this is a physiological effect. I'm getting stuffy. You know what I mean, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But I had to tell you, man. Like, dude, like I said 2 or 3. I probably took like 4 to 5 pulls off of this pen, right?
Yeah.
I was good the whole fucking 2 hours I was hanging out there with him. Like, I mean, even walking back to the bus stop, to the corner, to then get on that hour, 45 minute to 50-minute bus ride back to Wissahickon, like I was still like, like chilling, dude. Like I still felt the warm, nice. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, it's. I mean, it's like basically pot concentrate that you're pulling there.
It also, I don't know. It seems like it'd be a better economic option. Not as much. It's a lot more discreet. You know, like one of the things I get paranoid about when I go and see any one of my guys is that I'm on public trans and like it stinks. You know what I mean? Even though, and I've sat there, and even when I was going out, not on a mission, just going out for something other than that, and then the dude wearing, got a backpack and he sits down next to me. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Like you're like, you know what I mean? But I don't want to be that guy. Like.
See, I don't know. I never really gave a shit if anybody fucking smelled it on me, because, like,
I guess the one time that really got me when I was still living in country and I came back from a run from town, and I went to Masterpiece Grill, which is like the sandwich shop that's all got a hippie vibe to it and shit like that.
Yeah.
And Masterpiece, tie-dye uniforms, and the one dude's like, oh, it's a pretty nice fragrance you got there. Is that a what did he say? Cannabinoid for men or something like that? And I was like, oh man. And it's not like I had like a roach on me or my bowl and half a bowl while waiting for the ride back or anything. Like this was just pure in the bag still, like, and dude's like, oh, I looked at fragrance of yours, like.
Yeah.
So like ever since then, and this was like last year, but ever since then I was just like, I don't want to get looks. I'm not trying to get looks. But I mean, why would you be against the oils?
I don't know. I think what I noticed is like you'll take some pulls, and then like before you know it, you're higher than you expected to be.
Okay.
So it's like it's easy to overcook, overcook yourself.
Right. Well, why do you think it is then? Like, okay, we remember, well, shit. Even when we went on that ride a couple weeks ago, but what is it that you think when you do the combustible form, traditional bowl glass piece, right? we share, say we share like my piece, or which had a pretty decent head on it. We won't even be halfway through it, and say you've had like 2 hits, I'm about to have my second or something like that, and you're like, you know what I mean? Like you're starting to get it.
Yeah.
Whereas like I kind of agree with what you're saying, because when it comes to the G pen and the oil style, like you'll take them two pulls, but then you have to put it down, and you got to wait like 5-10 minutes, and then you get it.
Yeah. See,
but it's still going in the lungs. It's the same as the combustible shit. Like I don't know, like science. Do you think there's anything in science that could answer that, or?
Well, I think what it probably is they break it when they make the oil. They break it down to a lower number of the chemicals. Like it's concentrating on your CBD and your THC. That's the one. Those are the 2 they want. But there's a lot of other chemicals in pot that, like, that's why vape high is different than if you smoke it.
Combustible high.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you smoke it, you're getting whole. You're getting all those different chemicals that are in the pot.
Can I submit this also? Could it also be the practice that you're inhaling the carbon, and it's like well,
yeah, there's definitely
there's that oxygen playing down the oxygen level thing.
Yeah, there's definitely like a little bit of oxygen deprivation effect in there.
Okay,
but
could that be the stuffiness shit that I was talking about?
Possibly.
Okay.
But what basically what it is it's like when like Here's what I noticed that's the difference between smoking it and vaping it is when you smoke pot, you take a hit, and then you kind of get an idea, like right after you, like, within 30 seconds after you hit it, all right, this is where I'm, starting to go to.
Right.
But, like, you fucking rip that vape pen, and then you're not quite feeling it yet, and then you rip it a couple more times, and then all of a sudden you're starting to, like, it's got like this non-linear, like it just like ramps up, like
right.
You're like, and like with pot it's like a nice linear curve. You take a hit, you go up a little bit. You take a hit, you go up a little bit. But that stuff, it's basically like the vape stuff is like. You ever had like Super Creeper where you're like smoking it for a while and you're like, man, this stuff is like fucking, man, this stuff is, whoa, hold on. Okay, I thought this was shit. Oh, wow, that's fucking, that's basically what the vape is. It's like Super Creeper all the time. And Super Creeper's fun every once in a while.
I'm trying to remember. There was a story. Oh God, it's going to probably take me a while to piece together the details. But I think there was one of the parties at my parents' house, because like the audience doesn't know, like the typical kid, the family goes away. The family says, "Oh, we're going away on vacation," but I was old enough, and my one brother Matt was old enough where we could decide if we wanted to go or not. So sometimes he'd go with them, and sometimes he wouldn't. Sometimes I would, sometimes I wouldn't. So these vacations would happen over the course of like. Between Christmas and New Year's, like they were always tied in with school vacations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like so. Obviously, the winter ones for the ski trips to Poconos or something, Lake Placid or whatever. I'm trying to think. I think it was at one of the house parties, and I think it was one of mine. I don't think my brother was involved. No, my brother was involved. The one dude they called Cracky. They brought this guy. He came over with like this craziest. I think you were there too. He had the most craziest weed ever, and it was like $80 an eighth stuff. He had like he had a quarter on him, and he ended up smoking the whole fucking thing at my house. But it was exactly that, dude. It was exactly that quote unquote creeper bud, in the sense that like you take a couple pulls off the bong, like you take a pull off the bong, you're just like, oh, it's pretty nice, man. 10, 15 minutes later, like
that stuff that's just like. Yeah, man. Well, it tastes good, but it's like, oh shit. okay, yeah, that's some good weed. It just like hits you in the face. It's like, oh, hey, you ready? Right? It just pops you right in the face, and you're just like, oh shit.
Just one of these to the third eye. Just
Presto changeo.
yeah. Presto weedo.
Yeah, exactly.
Presto stono.
Yeah.
But yeah, all this talk has got me kind of a little bit like contacty. But in all seriousness, like after trying out that I mean, I've tried vape pens before. There was the one time we were passing a vape pen around inside a fucking Club Risque. That was insane. Like we were literally on one of the VIP areas and just passing a G pen around, just freaking vaping up all inside of the Delaware Avenue Risque. But that experience from like last week or whatever at my bud's house in Northeast, like, kind of got me sold, man. I mean, I might, and I would think too is that now, I mean, it's probably no secret to anybody. But if you're in Pennsylvania, like all your good weed's coming from California right now.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much coming through the mail. Like your guy is getting like a quarter pound sent to him inside of a box, like a Russian doll. You know what I mean? Like, and he's getting all kinds of weird stuff like T-shirts and tissue box holders and empty mic boxes and empty headphone cases and you know, or like a travel case for like one of these guys, empty, you know, like all this box.
And they're just mailing these things back and forth.
Dude, that's all they do. That's all they do, and it's how they.
I'm gonna send you this box of T-shirts back. You can refill it
with the money in it, pretty much with the money in it. So that's pretty much how everyone is like getting their weed now, is from coming from California. Like that's why they just legalize it at this point. But now I would imagine now, obviously, you know, if you're doing even an ounce, I said a quap, but even at a fucking ounce, even vacuum sealed, you still got to go through some precaution. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like some massive precaution. I can't imagine, because of stink and so forth and so on. This oil doesn't stink, dude. They're in fucking flasks or like these special tubes that they have to get screwed in, and then it punctures the seal and diaphragm to the element. Then it cooks. You know what I mean? Like, if I could find some way to work it out with someone out on the in California, be like, dude, I need like 24 of them. You know, like. Like, make a massive fucking purchase, dude. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the guy was telling me, my buddy, I think there were only like $5 or $8 for a freaking John like this, retail. Now, of course, the guy's probably going to middle me, which is fine. I understand, because, you know, you're potentially breaking the fucking law. You better make some money.
Yeah.
Federal law while we're at it.
Yeah, it's transporting across state lines and
using a federal service.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I'm going to have to look into this, because I dug it, dude. I mean, I think I can manage it better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because there'll be times where I'll sit there and I'll twist something up for myself, and I'll just be like, man, okay, I'm done, but it's not even worth the roach. So, just keep going to the fingertips. You know, like.
Yeah, that's one rule I've always had, is if I pack it or I roll it, it gets smoked right then. There's no putting it away. There's like times where I've been, like in the past couple of years, where I've been like, all right, I don't know if I can smoke any more of this, so I'm just gonna sit here and smoke like 3 cigarettes, and then I'll finish smoking it.
Oh Jesus!
Because it's like, I'm not gonna depack the bowl, and I'm not gonna leave it in the bowl.
Yeah, it gets funky when you do it that way.
So it's like, all right, I gotta just chill for a bit, and then I'll finish it.
So yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I was just looking at a possibility of, because I just think it's just better, like less smoke combustion anyway.
Well, one of the things I like about smoking it is I like the taste of.
There is, well, you still get it from the oil,
but nowhere near as much.
Right? Yeah.
Like, it doesn't smell like pot. It doesn't taste as much like pot. I don't know.
Now I can.
Plus, there's nothing like ripping a bong and blowing out like a huge column of smoke.
I haven't tried that in years, dude, because I haven't had access to a bong, so. It's been.
I've never owned an actual bong. I've made plenty of ghetto bongs.
Death chamber.
Oh yeah, there's the death chamber.
Jesus!
That
Oh
fucking thing.
my God!
That
Fucking
thing.
bong hooked up to an air compressor.
Yeah, that was actually quite risky.
I'm surprised we didn't hurt anybody, dude. I'm really surprised we didn't.
Well, it was, if I remember correctly, it was only me or Jake that operated it. The air
well,
nozzle.
yeah.
Because we knew. All right, just all right. There you go.
Yeah.
But like, you remember trying to afterwards trying to clear it, like it just.
Hence why we needed the air compressor.
Well, that was even after the air compressor.
Yeah.
Like, you could still rip on that thing for like 10 different rips. And just be like, oh, Jesus Christ. Is that thing empty yet? No. Fuck it. It's like the smoke in there's got to be stale by now.
Oh, dude, we thought of some dumb shit, dude.
And then there was my classic take 2 half gallons of Wawa iced tea. And then you have the fucking tube running down, and then a tube running from the one into the other one, and then a tube running out. So it was a double bubbler bong.
Oh yeah. We gotta like kind of maybe. I don't know about the air compressor one because I don't feel like buying an air compressor just to remake the death.
Well, we
chamber.
have there's an air compressor in the garage. But nah,
Dude,
I'm good on that
yeah, but that-
thing.
I
I'm
was
good
gonna
on the
s-
death chamber.
I was gonna say, but I
That's
think
for young folk.
yeah. And I was gonna say that John downstairs is way bigger than the one that was in Jake's garage.
Well, the one we had to turn the one in Jake's garage all the way to like.
It wasn't even on, dude. We were just blasting what was still left in the
but we
tank.
still had to turn the pressure, the pressure that comes out down, so that we don't like explode anybody's lungs.
Turn people into cartoon characters.
Well, you remember how fucking high it got people? That thing fucking. knocked
I don't know if
people
I
on
don't
their
know.
ass.
I was gonna say I don't know if it was so much we were high or we were just crazy because we're up until like 6:30 in the morning,
Sleep is for the weak.
just going nuts on a bong hooked up to an air compressor.
Yeah. In that wacky ass garage. That was the wackiest garage. It was a 2-car garage, but it was like 6 cars long.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I walked up to it, I'm like, oh, he's got a nice little garage here. And he fucking opens the door and it's just like the back wall's like, way the fuck. I'm like, what the what? Like, what the
it would be
like, why would
dude,
you make a garage like this?
dude. You know what? It is. It's longer than this house.
Yeah, it was like
In
6 car lengths.
either this way or this way in any direction with this house. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
no, it was probably as wide as my house, but it was just like,
No, I'm saying length going back. Like you said, 6 car lengths.
yeah,
deep.
it was like 6 car lengths deep. It was like just the weirdest thing ever. It was like, why would you build a garage?
It practically had like a small apartment in it, in the back.
Yeah, it was the weirdest garage. I mean, it was cool.
Oh yeah.
It was definitely interesting running around there and finding things to make bongs out of.
Dude, that's all it was too. Is we would just go like rooting through Jake's dad's stuff, and like, oh, this pipe could work. Like,
Well, do you remember? Remember the one night I fucking took a fucking like hammer handle and I made up a bowl out of it,
no.
and then like over the next like fucking 6 months, I fucking carved it into this cool twisted fucking.
No.
You don't remember that?
No, dude.
Oh man, yeah, fucking, it was an awesome fucking little hand carved pipe I made. It was like mahogany hammer handle and fucking like. And the crazy thing is people were like, "Oh, how'd you make that?" I was like, "Just fucking Swiss Army knife. I just would like fucking sit there and carve it
Just
with the
keep-
Swiss
yeah,
Army
yeah.
knife." And people were like, "You didn't sand it at all." I'm like, "No." They were like, "How the hell did you get it so smooth?" I'm like, Swiss Army knife. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, I had that piece for a while, and then I left it over this chick's house. We both know her, and then I never saw it again.
First name?
It's the only.
Well, yeah, okay. Oh, well, you get first names are cool.
Well, yeah, but still, don't want to put anybody on the spot.
Well, were you saying she stole it?
No, there's a whole big situation about that. It's a long story that's not appropriate for.
Oh no, I'm not gonna.
Consumption.
Yeah, I'm not gonna press on that. But
I plan to recreate that pipe one day.
Oh, just go find a.
But it was cool. Like, I carved it in just a way so that there was like a groove for my thumb and then a place for my
ergonomic.
Yeah, it was like, but it was cool. It like had this like this little spiral on it, and it was pretty cool.
Ergonomic handle. That's pretty cool.
Ergonomic. That's a good word for it.
We'll do we're gonna get music going here in a sec. Take a break. So obviously, yeah, the obviously the in memoriam. Actually, 2 in memoriams.
Yeah.
The beard.
One, the beard.
The beard's gone, and then the other one is little guy took a fall. Right there.
No, they can't see it on camera.
There he is. There he is.
Right.
Little guy took a fall. And he smashed. This little guy took a fall, and he busted his mount clip. I think I nah.
If I get epoxy, I could probably fix it because I have it broken 3 pieces. And I have all 3 pieces in that little screwdriver case there.
I'm just glad that the if not for nothing, I'm glad that the memory card John works. That it's still sticking, the card still captures or clicks in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, though. Like I said, I'm not too freaked out about it.
Well, your iPod's charged, so I don't know if there's anything on there you can put on.
Wait, you charge it?
Yeah. Because it uses the same cable as the iPhone 4 I have. So I just charged it.
Oh, where?
Word. Word to your mom. I came to drop bombs.
Who can I put on here? Let's just do our self-defense again. Fuck it. I'm actually going to go see Kevin on... You should come to the show, dude.
What show?
July 15th, which is a what? A Saturday? A Saturday, I think. July 15th, the Great Room, dude. My roommate and the singer of this band from the Artist Self Defense, his new band, Age of Truth, is playing at the Great Room in Manayunk. And like I said, dude, all you gotta do is just take that fucking bus to my house, and then we can walk to the Great Room, which is like the next quote unquote neighborhood over on Crescent Street. Like it's literally on Crescent Street. You just walk 10-15 minutes along the railroad tracks and you're at the fucking Great Room, dude. Like we'll definitely get into a little bit more probably when we get back here, but like it is, dude, this house is in such an amazing fucking location, dude. Like anything and everything I need is right there. Like it is right there. But then, what else was there? Yeah, Comey. You see any of the testimony shit?
No, I've just not been paying attention. Politics at the moment.
It's pretty interesting, dude. Like, I was talking to Keith about it on Facebook chat or whatever, and the way Keith broke it down too, he was like, "You got to give the guy all the credit in the world. Like, he did his job. You know what I mean? Despite the circumstances that were surrounding him, like he has to do an investigation about one of the presidential candidates, technically about both presidential candidates, while there's a fucking election going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like Hillary with her email shit, and then the aspect of Russia and Trump and all that stuff. The one thing I'm still kind of about is that like he came flat out and said, "Yeah, the Russians interfered with this election." I'm like, well, what do you mean by interfere? You know, like, did they actually, like, go into a voting machine and change numbers, or did they just do propaganda shit? You know what I mean? Like, because if it's propaganda shit, like blogs, like, how do you stop that? You know, because that's the thing. What's to stop you from starting a blog? You know what I mean?
Nothing. I already did at one point.
Yeah, I mean,
We've been over that.
Right. But that's what I'm saying is that, like, okay, so you could be sitting there and putting out like a bunch of shit. We'll just take Trump. You could sit there and you could start a blog, or have your blog, and you could just put out a bunch of shit about fucking Trump because you don't like him or you're not a fan of him, so forth and so on during the next let's just say over the next election cycle, and it doesn't matter. Like, you're not a journalist, you're not a news organization, you're just putting shit out there. I think, you know, he uses his thumb to wipe his ass instead of toilet paper. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Just ridiculous garbage. You know what I mean? Like, quote unquote fake news. You know what I mean? Like, are we to then sit there and say, like, all right, Vern, you can do that because you're a citizen, but the guy who's also on the internet, which is the same place that you're on doing your shit, he's not allowed to do it because he's not from America. You know, like do we sit there and say BBC can't report on our fucking elections because it's a foreign news service? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I haven't read up on it in a while, but from what I understand, the Russians are the ones who hacked the DNC and Hillary's email servers. And they're the ones who gave the emails to WikiLeaks with the intent
of them getting released.
Of them getting released by WikiLeaks. And, like, Julian Assange says, oh, Russia wasn't my source for those. But let's be real. He's close with the Russians. Like, he had a show on Russia Today, which is the fucking state-sponsored fucking news agency. Like, he literally worked for a propaganda arm of the fucking Kremlin. Right. Like, he had a fucking show on the propaganda channel. And
even if the Russians were the source, like if it was someone in a Russian intelligence firm, like directly under orders from the Kremlin, do you think he's gonna fucking tell you?
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the reasons why he's like gotten the prestige that he has, is that he's protected his sources. Like, you know, aside from the big ones like Ed Snowden, Chelsea Manning, shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, but more or less, like, he protects the whistleblowers and the sources, you know, like, like when the Turkish government had a bunch of their shit dumped, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't sit there and say, oh yeah, the guy from the finance ministry fucking gave, no, like, no one knows who gave that shit over. Yeah. You're never going to know. So, I don't know. It's hard to say. So if you want to take a break here. Right. Yeah, so Artist Self-Defense, like I mentioned, Kevin's band, The Age of Truth, going to be at the Great Room July 15th with Mesmeria and a bunch of other bands. I'll have to look it up. So we'll be back. Oh, hi, Eric. We'll see you in a bit, buddy. Well, we're going to take a break.
Back in 10.
Maybe 15.
If absence is the cause of love for you, the sounds of breaking hearts will be the tune. Not so deeply drugged to swallow one last time. Every charm we hear could show you why. And I believe in a fragile thing had to get broken. You left all alone. Yes, I believe you are. believe it. The fragile spirit apt to get broken. Left all alone. Yes, I believe you are hooked through and through. Just look at your eyes, grown up and wide. I can never describe that feeling ever Motion sensors in the head, slowly start to spread inwards on themselves. Breathing thick and tack and glue, do not adjust when coming through. Does it strike you as peculiar? Here is a game plan when all else fails. When you're coming back around, open up the windows in this cardboard town, or the shutters down. We're only here right now on your request. Don't roll your eyes and say we were uninvited guests. You wanted this too, do you still? Here is a game plan when all else fails. We said, when you're coming back around, to open up the window in this cardboard town, pull the shutters down. Here is a game plan when all else fails. Breathing thick and tagging you, do not adjust when coming through. Don't it strike you as this motion sensors in the head, exploding slowly start to spread inwards on themselves. Thick and tagging you. It's such a long time. Should we chase the tail? Find there's nothing out here, an empty place, a frozen landscape, a smudge of nothingness. Now quarantine. We guess the ending is to fuck the story. We never made your standard, never for your fans. A little too cute, with a form to fit the shoe. And we grew tired, same old, same old. Routine, but we declare that it was all your fault. And we made a full report, bloody noses, party kiss. Start with your slingshot retort, empty airways, dirty motorcades. Lock the spawn out of the yard. Now get a day. Kiss the ending. Screw the story. We never raised your standard. Never for your manners. A little too cute. Little fun to fit the show. And we grew tired. Same old, same old. Routine, we guess the ending. Screw the story. We never raised your standards. Never bore your banners. A little too cute. Waiting for the fit the show. We grew tired. The same old, same old. A little too cute, with the form to fit the shoes. Someday I'll reclaim my throne. Thank you all a good time, my slave. Set 'em up for more work all around us. Share the crumbs amongst yourselves. I grow fast. Someday I'll release us from these bonds. Rise up to conquer this empire. But you know I'm only just a man. No matter how I ascend, I grow fat on the scraps. Honey floor man, honey floor man. So, where would your life be without me? Spinning like a bird of prey, around, where would your life be? Spinning like a bird of prey, around, It's not enough to know.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, we're on now.
Some hotel room talk. It's not enough
Oh well.
to know they
Hi guys.
Hello.
Yeah, we're back. For right now.
I guess maybe clicking the fade button never faded.
No, I think it was set up when we walked away. I think you just did it now.
I don't know. Viewers can tell us.
Yeah. Either way. So Eric says you look like Dwayne Allman right now.
I look like Dwayne Allman.
A little bit.
Never gotten that. I've gotten young Malcolm McDowell before.
Oh well, I said that as soon as I got
Well,
here.
yeah, but you're not the first person
Yeah.
to say that.
Definitely. And my drogies.
Malderogies.
right.
Fancy a trip to the milk bar?
right. So yeah, you raised something interesting outside on our smoke break there about the a world record live stream.
Yeah.
So what would you find out so far?
World record is 150 hours and 30 minutes, which is basically 6.25 days plus a half hour.
And it was
So-
done by Lifestyler TV in Cologne, Germany, from February 13th, 2011, or in 2011, from February 13th to February 19th. T holds the record for the longest live talk show streamed over the internet. So this is exactly our category then.
Yeah.
So Lifestyler TV is what we want.
Coming for you.
Coming for you, brother.
Coming for you, brother.
Oh, it doesn't say what all it did.
Yeah. It's not a whole lot of information.
So I guess they just went live on the internet for 6 freaking days straight.
Yeah,
See, now
six
this
and a
now
quarter.
here's the thing. Now what we were discussing outside was this because I think an internet radio broadcast, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was like 3 days or something. Now the guy that did the internet radio broadcast, like it was just him. And there was actually like, you know, he had to be on the air for X amount of hours. Then he could take like a 20-minute break or something like that, like a 30-minute break. He was allowed to play music, but you could only have like a certain amount of music ratio to talking ratio and live open mic on, you know, hot mic ratio stuff.
Mhm.
Radio World Records, longest continuous broadcast, Nikora Curtis. I think that sounds familiar.
Longest uninterrupted live webcast.
52 hours.
This is audio only.
By Turkey, by a Nescafe 3U1. By two famous male Turkish radio DJs, Cenk and Erdem. The whole crew consisted of 30 people. stewards, techs, production, and organization team. The intent was organized by an ad agency for their clients, Nescafe. Okay, like the actual Nescafe type shit. Okay. Additionally, the longest marathon hosting on an internet talk show by a team. All right, so this is the category. This is a team event.
Yeah, but this is audio only.
Right. But what I'm getting at is that I'm curious how they would do it. Like, which one would we have to shoot for? Like, we would have to. Okay, because again, my questions were the things that I was raising outside about is that like, okay, you and I sign up as Slacker Americana, kind of like how that Lifestyler TV in Germany did, right?
Yeah.
It was called Lifestyler TV. It wasn't Vern and PJ or whoever their equivalent would be.
Yeah.
I think we'd have to see the rules, but it would just seem like, well, dude, I could bring Sean and Eric, and we could have Sean Betts and Alex and Eric and Epic Dread Eric and all these other people that we know. Oh, well, they're a part of the show. You know what I mean? And then they just take a shift. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We're like, we would really have to look into what rules they would establish, because maybe they sit there and say like, okay, yeah, you could have, PJ could go take a break and then Vern runs the show, but Vern has to do like 80% of the talking. The other guys could literally only be there to laugh or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
You know what I'm saying? Or 80% of the time, you and I have to be a majority of the content, and the other 20% is where we could have the dip out thing or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, we'd have to. It'd be a hell of a fucking thing to attempt, dude. I mean, 6 days though.
Well, 7, because the record is 6.25 days plus a half an hour.
So we would just do 7 and just try and smash.
Yeah.
Just make it nice and even, round number.
Yeah, just because then it's like we actually broke it by a reasonable margin.
I mean, look, where I'm at now, and especially come July 1st when I take over, or take over, I guess, if you want to call it like that. But when I'm officially in that second floor room, like the bathroom's right there. You know what I mean? Like, I think in my place, like, I think it's, and also the room is massive too, so we could even set up like a privacy area with drop screens and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, to go rest and anything and everything. Like, but I think it's, air conditioned throughout the house, temperature controlled, so we can have the comfort factor handled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think this could be doable in my place, dude. I think this could be something doable, more easier there than here.
Yeah, I mean, it would be
or even if you
interesting to pull off.
Even if you got that one apartment you were looking at in Bridgeport or something like that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like it would just I not that you can't make a nice place, just comfort factors. You know what I'm saying? We'd have a whole house that would be able to help support us in this, instead of like an apartment or only part of a house or some shit.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy, dude. I mean, I could just, I'd just have to take off work, and they'll be like, well, why are you taking off work? Oh, I'm about to go attempt a world record. Fucking Ustream or YouTubing.
Well, hey, it's
maybe I can get my company to sponsor it.
Oh, who knows?
Like, hook us up with food, or hook us up with stuff, and we'll put a graphic on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be interesting. I mean,
here's the one thing that's a kicker in the nuts.
What's that?
Smoke breaks. I'm thinking we may even have to try and sit there and arrange something, like if we were to run, because OBS can handle 2 webcams at once, right?
Yeah, it can handle more than 2.
Okay, and as long as either my computer, or if I get this new one, or if you were to bring yours down, let's just take your computer here, for example. Can we run 2 webcams off of it, and have OBS be the switcher box for it?
Yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't.
Okay, because I'm thinking if we're gonna do this, then because I smoke on the back porch, cigarettes and weed, you know what I mean, or the back patio area and stuff like that. What I'm thinking what we would have to do is, because the window for this bedroom is right there, just above the porch overhang. Get a super long ass USB extender cables, and almost and a long ass microphone cable, and just put one mic outside and one cam outside, and have you switch. Like, oh, all right, we're gonna go out for a cigarette break, you know what I mean, and then switch to that cam downstairs. So we could still get our smoke in, and kind of like get up and move around, get a change of scenery and stuff, and still technically be on the air. You know what I mean? Like, again, this is what we have to, if we do apply and like put the cash up to make an official attempt at this, like this is shit I would like to run past them, because I wouldn't be opposed to that, dude. Like, if there would be a way to sit there and set up almost like different studios inside of this house that we could just push a button and bang over to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, just to kind of change up the monotony so we can stay fresh and because I'm looking at little tips and tricks on what to do for endurance, man. You know what I mean? Because that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah. Well, I know. Well, it's been a long time since I've done like multi-day sleep-free stretches, but I know when I was a kid, like, staying up for days on end wasn't a problem. I mean, I'll still stay up for like a day or two every once in a great while.
I don't know how, man.
Well, see, I'll get tired to a certain point, but then I'll wake back up. Because it's like my body's like, all right, well, fuck it, fine, we're not going to sleep, fine. You're not tired anymore, so don't even think about going to sleep, asshole.
I do say this though, because I've done similar things like you have, where you just like stay up for like days on end and stuff, like, and as much as we could sit there and at our current age be like, yeah, we were badasses and so forth and so on. Something tells me though that we more or less may have set us up for some real damage when we get older to our health. Like, we have probably set ourselves up for, like, can't hold the remote and shitting in a diaper way sooner than expected. Like, because there's something to be said about stress on the human body and what it can do to you and so forth and so on. And like, I'm only in my mid-30s, dude. I feel like I've been stressed the fuck out already. Like, can only imagine what I have in store for me when I get north of 50. Can only. I mean, the cigarettes don't help. I'm not gonna fucking bullshit anyone there. But
yeah.
But
I need to quit those at some point.
Soon enough. I mean, I'm looking at I just moving to this new place, dude. Just the stress levels alone has been pivotal in knocking that down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm slowly starting to smoke less cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like, in part because I have to go outside. But then I'll sit outside with my Kindle and listen to like fucking economics lectures on YouTube. Just start chain smoking.
See, I don't do the chain smoking thing anymore.
I do. I want to stop that because I even feel it in my fucking, like, right here. I'm like, the spleen or whatever the fuck this is over on this side. Like, I'll just feel like almost a piercing pain sometimes when I smoke. I'm like, ugh. Like the kidneys, like, dude, enough. You also know it's bad when you wake up the next morning, you take that morning piss, and all you smell is smoke. You've never had that happen before?
Nope.
Never had a good smoky morning piss?
Nope.
No, you probably did, but you just don't realize. You're probably like, oh, that smells like piss, which it does. But dude, there's been mornings where, like, I know, like especially in the old apartment, where I'd sit there and just be so stressed out, and I would chain smoke like 3 cigs to the neck, and then literally lay the fuck down and go to sleep, and then get maybe 4 to 5 hours of sleep, wake up and to get ready for work, and then I take that morning piss, and it just smells, dude. It smells like smoke. It literally smells like just old fucking cigarette smoke. Good. That's what I said.
I don't know. I do have a lot of fluid that cycles through my body, so maybe, like, I think my body's just really good at getting rid of toxins, because, like, Because I have so much water going through me at all time. I mean, I would drink fucking tea like all the time.
I mean, I as do I. Like my mom used to joke around on family vacations. She's like, "You got the weakest fucking kidneys in the world," because we'd either have to be constantly pulling over at rest stops for me, or like if I'm walking around Epcot Center, the Epcot Center. That's why I remember her saying that too. Is because like I literally pissed in every country in Epcot. I literally pissed in every country because I just weak ass kidneys, dude. Like I don't know what it is. Like I would like as soon as we get there, I gotta piss. So, you know what I mean? Like. As soon as we pass through America, we're in Japan, gotta piss. Get to France, gotta piss. Britain, pissing. Morocco, gotta piss. You know what I mean? Like every single I pissed in every single country over in Epcot. Like that was the highlight of my vacation, was the fact that I got to see all these different bathrooms. Everyone else is out enjoying the street performers and all the other novelties that they offer with each of the themed little mini parks that they had for. You've been to Epcot before, right?
No, I've
Never been to Disney World?
No, the only amusement park I've ever been to is Hershey Park.
Bro, I'll tell you what, it is Disney, but it's not that Disney where you as an adult right now, you could go to Epcot Center and you would appreciate it. Because for as much as it is, you know, consumerism, like here's world culture in the eye of consumerism. They actually Disney does a pretty damn good job and has a hell of attention to detail with all of these spots, like the food and the people that work there. You know what I mean? They're from those countries that work in those, you know, that serve those jobs, if you will. Even the Japanese wax blowers. Like the guys that would take like the little balls of wax and then heat them up and then they can blow them into like a balloon animal type shit. Dudes from Japan, you know what I mean? Like they're from there. You know, like that's their shit. You know, when we ate in France, the one night, French waiters, French chefs, French sauciers, all that shit. You know, of course, Dad had to get the escargot. Ugh. Snails.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Salted.
It's like eating slugs. Ugh.
Pretty much is, dude. You throw salt on them and fucking just slurp them down.
Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh. Culture. So let's see what else.
Damn French surrender monkeys.
Surrender monkeys. So what else? Anything go down for you this week, bud?
Other than me shaving more hair off my chin than you probably had on your head.
Yeah.
Not much. I'm looking at getting back in at Wawa. Planning to make my exit from this place.
If Wawa was only operating the way they are now when you and I were there, you know, like the full-time shit, the profit sharing.
Yeah, the stock options.
I mean, and the fact they start you at $10 an hour.
Yeah.
Back then it was minimum.
When I was there, I started at 7.
Yeah, I was about that. $7.50, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And to me, the biggest thing that soured it was like, well, dude, it was that general manager that we worked for.
Oh, what, Brett?
Yeah,
that guy was a fucking.
Well, and the thing was,
accused me of being a heroin addict because I worked a full night shift and then I fucking stuck around for like 2/3 to 3/4 of the day shift, and then in the middle of the fucking store, he's like, Vern, I need to talk to you. He's like, I noticed you're going really slow. I think you might have a problem. I think you might have an addiction, and I'm gonna need you to go to rehab, or you're fired. And I was just like, all right, when I'm tired, I get fucking, my fuse becomes really short.
As with most people, bro. Yeah.
And
that would make mine fucking
like,
non-existent.
I just fucking put in an extra 5 or 6 hours
to
help this guy out.
Yeah, you worked a double.
Yeah, I did that to help this guy out. And then not only does he accuse me of being a drug addict, he does it in the middle of the store in the mid-afternoon rush. So the store is full of customers, and he's sitting there talking loudly about how I have a problem and that I need to go to It's like, are you fucking... There's an office right the fuck over there.
Dude, that guy...
Like, you kind of fucking dickhead are you? So I turned to Scotty. You remember the assistant store manager. I turned to Scotty, and I was just like, all right, Scotty, I'll see you later. I quit, and I fucking walked out. Because it was either that or fucking slug Brett McCarthy right in the fucking face.
Dude, I wish I could.
And I'll say his name because all this shit's true, so it's not slander.
Well, no, and on top of that, he like after you and I were out of the company, like less than a year later, he was gone too, and he actually went off.
I heard he got fired for embezzling money.
I didn't hear that. I had heard that he was out of the company and that he had went to work for Apple, like he went to the Genius bars or some shit like that. And he was managing one of those stores. You know what I mean?
From what I heard, he was giving himself extra hours. Like...
Of docking...
He was like,
billing them for the extra time or something.
Yeah, but it wasn't at the store during those hours. And they fucking caught him and they fucking fired him. And then I heard he fucking went to work for, like, his wife's family's company or something like that. And then he ended up screwing them over too, or something.
Wow, he definitely had the vibe of, "Fuck you, I'm gonna get mine." You know what I mean? Like, because here's what he did with me. Like, I had just done like 13 days straight, and it was like a Saturday morning, and I called out sick, and I left a message, and then Scotty called me back, and I was just like, look, man, I'm sorry. I'm sick. I need a day off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already doing like 13 fucking straight right now.
Yeah.
So Scotty sits there and says, well, if you don't come in, you're fired. And I'm just thinking, okay, guess I'm fired. I guess I'm fired then. And then Sunday was my day, was going to be a day off anyway, or something like that. It was. No, what it was is like, I was supposed to work Sunday as well. All of a sudden, I get a call Monday, because it was we were out of high school at the time too. I get a call Monday, and it's Brett, or no, it's that one dude, not our buddy Matt from Warhead, but the other Matt that was a manager. If you remember him.
Oh, the dude with the dark hair.
Yeah, dark skin, dark hair.
He was
Matt.
kind of a douche.
Yeah, he was kind of a bro.
Yeah, dude.
He was a bit of a bro. But more or less, he calls me on Monday afternoon because I got stuck with... Dude, that was the fucked up thing. We both went in doing the morning shift, and then we both said, yeah, we can cover one guy one time for second, and then they moved us to second. You know what I mean? Like, that was another thing that Brett did. Like, you asked him to do, like, oh, yeah, I could do this one favor for you for this.
He deviated from his available hours on his fucking application, so now I get to just change his available hours.
Right, yeah. You know what I mean? So Matt sits there, and I tell the story to Matt. I'm like, yo, look, dude, I was sick on Saturday, and I call in to tell him I can't come in, and I called him at like 6 o'clock in the morning because they wanted me to come in at 7. It was like a morning shift for Saturday. They would bounce me like morning and then second, morning then second, morning then second. So I tell Matt what happened. Like, this is what Scotty told me. He said, if I don't come in, I'm fired. I'm like, well, I'm not going in because I'm sick. So I'm fired. Puts Brett on the phone. And then Brett's like, oh, well, why don't you come in and we'll talk about this? And I'm just, in the back of my head right then and there, I'm like, you're a slime ball. You're a piece of shit. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not coming back. And he's like, well, don't you ever put me down as a reference because you will not get your next job. And then hangs the phone up. Like and he said it in that real breathy, bitchy fucking way. You know what I mean? Like you talking real close like this, and you're never going to get your next job. You know what I mean? And
I'm going to try and be intimidating over the phone.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You freaking ugh. But he was a ginger too. But that just kind of like sold it to me like right then and there with this guy, because it was just. Plus also learning too, like how Wawa gave bonuses out where like if you skeleton crewed and kept work hours down below a certain percentage and stuff like that. Like they got the assistant manager and the general manager got a bonus because you kept costs down. You know what I mean? Jimmy John's like, now I don't think Wawa does that anymore because they realize like we can't like continue to have these store managers fuck the employees over so they can get extra money. You know what I mean? Because it's not, you can't sit there and keep squeezing 2 deli people to try and handle all the orders coming through.
Well, yeah. What Wawa realized is, hey, if we treat our employees like shit, they don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Oh, what did they want on the sandwich? Oh, well, fucking, I'm just gonna fucking just slop it together and fucking wrap it up and fucking give somebody a fucking like
Shit sandwich.
Yeah, fucking
a shit sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking.
Well, an interesting thing.
And now, considering that, like, the whole fucking company it's all about, the environment of the store. Like, you go in there,
right?
Fucking employees are fucking happy. The fucking products are all good. Like, you know, they realize that, hey, if we fucking make our employees happy, A, our stores stay nicer, B, our products are better, and thus our customers are happier.
It's investing into the people into the workers because that's the number one asset. Like it looks like what it looks like, and from what it sounds like too, is that Wawa during the time when you and I worked there as kids, they saw us all as liabilities. Now they see us now they see the employees as assets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can tell when a company looks at employees as a liability because all they see is the number they got to pay out in the payroll section at the end of the week on the liabilities column on the books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than saying like, yeah, I'm paying this out, but look at what they're getting me on my asset side.
Yeah.
You know, but it was it's interesting because like that was kind of the vibe that I was given when I went back to work for Wawa when I went to college in the middle of 2000s. At Monco, like I had a part-time job at the one in Bluebell,
Yeah.
you know, just for gas and shit like that. And like I told them these stories. I told the store manager and the system manager there, and they're like, yeah, we don't fucking run like that no more. You know what I mean? Like, so it sounded like Wawa corporate like recognized it and then corrected course, but it's almost the same thing that I'll even say with like the Catholic Church and the Catholic school. Because, like, they've realized, yeah, we shouldn't have fucking taught like that and done shit like that, blah, blah, blah. But it's like the quiet acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Like not a public acknowledgement, not like a one of, like, all right, yeah, we done fucked up. You know what I mean? Like something that I could point to, like, at least as a Catholic school kid, something where I could point to and say, okay, look, I'm not fucking crazy. Like, they do acknowledge this, that they fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something along those lines. Like...
Well,
especially Catholic school, because the amount of guilt that they put in you, it's unreal.
But with Wawa, like, I think once they started their, like, you know, their expansionist kind of thing that they're in these days, like, I mean, look at all the shit they have in the fucking, you can get from the deli now. You get there's paninis, there's quesadillas, there's hoagies, there's
like,
hot hoagies, there's soups, sides, smoothies.
It's like
all kinds of shit.
I was gonna say it's like Starbucks and Panera Bread joined Wawa.
Yeah, like they had to start treating their employees better because could you imagine when we worked there
having to do smoothies, bro? Like
if they had fucking been like, all right, we need you to do all this shit. If we would have been like, no. Like, you're going to have to get a lot more fucking people in here, dude, because this job is not worth all of that.
Also, remember, too, when we were there, and specifically our store on South Gulf Road, we were the test store for the touchscreens.
Yeah. Oh, God, that shit was a nightmare.
You know what I mean? We were the first store in this area to, like, test out the screens.
It's like, time for the mid-shift computer system reset.
Oh, God, yeah.
That thing went down all the time.
But, and the thing was, too, is like, our store was we were there at when they started testing all these transitions. Because remember this, we had to hand write out the order slips.
Yeah.
You had to have someone basically had to stand there and be like a clerk and just basically get all these orders written out. And you also we had to slice and prep all of our own lunch meats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I actually didn't mind that so much because Wawa's roast beef is so much better freshly sliced than it is fucking.
Well, and that's the thing now is that like they got a lot of cool stuff, but like they don't have to slice nothing there no more.
Yeah, they don't even have a slicer there.
Right, but it's almost like it's like okay, so you're basically going to get the same shit that Shitty John's and Subway and everybody else gets. It's coming through Cisco or a like-minded company like that.
Well, it's all the same stuff. It's all the same exact stuff that we had back then.
It's just sliced.
It comes in a Wawa truck. Like, that's what the refrigerator truck is.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah, so rather than them just bringing, the thing of roast beef, no, they're bringing the trays of roast beef already sliced. But, like, that's one thing I'll miss is fucking, I used to fucking make myself a roast beef sandwich. I'd slice the fucking roast beef on 15.
Oh,
so
shit.
It was super thick.
Yeah.
And I always fresh sliced it too, so it's still that still juicy and
still had the red
pink.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that fucking brown been sitting in the fucking little cup thing for fucking 3.5 hours.
The deli bin and shit. Yeah.
Like
fucking Wawa, man.
Like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think I'm gonna try and get back there because, well, I can get there on the good old Shoe Leather Express.
But I'm telling you, dude, like what I told you about my house, I almost slipped up because Sunday there was like a little get together at our place, and I had a couple cocktails, myself, a couple adult beverages, road sodas, or whatever, and I stopped myself. I'm like, all right, no, I'm not going to tell Eric the idea because I'm drunk. But I don't know, man. I think you should think about it. I think you should think about it by the end of the end of
moving down there.
Yeah, but there's a possibility, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I don't know.
It's
kind of want my own place,
dude. It'll feel like your own place because like I'm gonna be like you're either gonna be at work or you're gonna have your space. You know what I mean? Like, and then think about it this way too, bro. Like okay, laundry, kitchen. You know what I mean? Like all these other amenities, like the Comcast, it's Verizon for one. It's fucking Verizon, so it's 100 up, 100 down. Okay, like Eric ain't fucking around. So all that shit's covered, and you just gotta give him the money. You know what I mean? Like the electric bill, your gas bill, all that shit. Yeah, so you got to pay 3.9% in fucking local tax. You know what I mean? Like that's what comes out. That's so when you did your projections, you just got to take 3.9% off. You know what I mean? And then minus the $100 that Americana takes for the year, for occupation tax or whatever they call it. It might be like I think it's actually 180 now. They take it over the course of like 7 paychecks or some shit. But and then think about what we'd be able to do, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, I'm not asking for a decision now.
I know. I'm just
and even then, I would have to broach this idea because, as a thing, I could go to Eric and he'd be like, "Nah, I'd rather just keep the 3 dudes that we got here now." You know what I mean? Like, he may not be. He may not be interested in trying to add any more people again. Not backfill basically.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I don't know.
I just think it'd be nice to fucking have my own place where I don't have to deal with anybody if I don't want to. You don't have to worry about roommates being loud or
far from it, dude.
Bitching at me because I left a plate in the sink or like.
Although we actually, Eric kind of found out the hard way. He's never used his dishwasher since buying this house. He's like never used it, and he's like, yeah, even when I got here, it still had the fucking wrap on it. Or whatever for the door, like the door kind of beauty wrap thingy. Well, we tried to use it this weekend, but it's so new, the water wasn't hooked up. Because he's like, I tried. He told me, he's like, I tried using it before, but it just seems like it didn't do anything. And then when I came home yesterday from my second job, I saw that it was running, and I was like, oh. All right, cool. Using the dishwasher, yeah. Because I kind of put in his head, like, dude, it's a lot easier just to use the dishwasher. Because he would just hand wash everything, but he would just but everyone in the house is pretty good about doing their own shit, so you can get away with just hand washing shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, we had a party, obviously, so why fuck hand washing all that? We're just gonna use it. But then I saw, like, I opened it up and I'm like, oh, it doesn't look like it did anything. So then I ran it, and I didn't even let it run through half the cycle, and I just popped the door open, thinking like, oh, let me see what's going on with the no water. And here I put it 2 and 2 together. I'm like, oh, he said this thing was brand new, like the day he moved in after buying the place. So they probably didn't run the fucking hoses, because they never do. When Sears comes to drop that thing off, they'll slide it into where you want it. They don't hook it up. Because it's a 220, so you have to have an electrician do it, and no one touches plumbing because they're fucking pussies, which is weird. So, all right, we got 10 minutes. I think I get running.
10 minutes.
So yeah, real fast, this Comey shit, dude. Like, I don't know, man. This is like fucking weird. Like, our president thinks he's Tony Soprano.
It's 'cause, that's what happens when you live in this isolated little bubble where fucking everybody you deal with works directly for you and has to pretty much do whatever the hell you say. So when they get into that situation where people don't just have to do what you say, suddenly it's, wait, what? Well, why wasn't everybody just doing what I tell them to do? And it's like, you're not the fucking be all end all of everything.
Well, that was, I think his name is Michael D. Augustino or something like that. He just wrote a book out. I think it's called like The Making of Trump or something. And he was actually like followed the dude around, like I think prior to the presidential campaign or prior to it and during it, but not the end, not the victory part of it. But he basically, the way this guy was describing, every time he would go to meetings and business dealings and this, that, and the third, everyone was just, oh, you're right. There was all yes men. There was not one person over the course of 2 years challenge him on anything, on an idea, on a proposal, or to sit there while everyone's like, oh, this is a good idea. Blah, 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 blah. No one stood up and said, actually, you know what I mean? Like, no one actually.
This is a bad idea.
Or hey, you're missing something. You're overlooking something. You know what I mean? Like there was none of that. So it just makes you wonder, like, or it's not even so much a wonder. It is what it is with this guy, is that he just surrounds himself with fucking yes men. Why is Jeff Sessions got a job?
Because he's a yes man.
Because he was the first and only, he was one of the first senators that actually come out and endorse the motherfucker when he announced 2 years ago or whatever it was. 2.5 years ago at this point. You know? And because of that, what's he get? He gets a job as the attorney general. You know what I mean? He's the fucking attorney general, all because he was the first one to sign on, to jump on board.
Yeah.
You know? And that's not to say that previous administrations, be it Obama's or Bush's or any Democrat or Republican, hasn't done these, hook one of your boys up with a job. But that's what you save the ambassadorships for. You know what I mean? Like Jeff Sessions should have been made ambassador of Luxembourg or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, thanks for
Bratislava.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, hey, thanks for your loyalty, thanks for your service, thanks for your support. Go get a cush job, and you're the fucking ambassador to Monte Carlo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're getting something on the Riviera and just chilling. You know what I mean? Like you don't got to work hard. You don't got to work hard for me and shit. You know, that's where you give the crony crooked jobs to like your boys and shit, like your kids and all that.
Instead, Trump just fucking, you're my friend, here's a position. You're my friend, here's a position. You're my friend, here's a position.
You get a position. You get a position.
Yeah, he went all Oprah on that shit.
You know, like, but it's the thing is
everybody gets a position.
And the funny thing is that like Trump, I believe when Comey says like Trump wasn't under investigation. Personally, but the fucked up thing is because of the way he's been acting, he is now. He wasn't under investigation until now.
Yeah, because he started acting like he had shit to hide.
You know, well, just the fact that he fires the guy. He sits there and says, "I'm firing you. and then goes and tells Lester Holt on television, yeah, it's because of the Trump or because of the Russia investigation. He's a nut job. He's like, what's this guy doing? And blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter.
Meanwhile, I'm friends with Alex Jones. Like,
yeah. But it doesn't matter because, again, it's like, bruh, like, you can't fire the guy who's investigating you.
Didn't you pick that up when didn't Nixon do almost the same thing?
Nixon went further. Nixon fired the special prosecutor.
Isn't Trump trying to fire the fucking special prosecutor now?
Oh, I haven't heard. I haven't seen.
I think I saw something about that.
Earlier
on Facebook earlier today. Apparently, he wants to fire the special prosecutor.
So now it's
whoa, dude.
It's like, dude, it's so funny. It's like these guys, like everyone was so worried about, like, oh, this system's corrupt and they're gonna protect these guys and they're gonna just run roughshod over us. But I don't think we have anything to worry about with this dumb motherfucker. Him and his kids alone have incriminated themselves plenty of fucking times, just going on Sean Hannity's show and saying dumb shit. You know what I mean? And saying shit like, again, well, not even so much the kids, just what Trump said during that Lester Holt interview, where they interviewed him about firing Comey. And they said, well, what was your reasons for firing him? It's like, well, you saw in the letter. But yeah, it was the Russia thing. He said, I fired him because of the Russia investigation. And on top of that, one of the guys that signed off on the letter was Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General. But here was the thing. Jeff Sessions, who is another one, he's an idiot boy too. But yeah. Jeff Sessions recused himself from the Russia investigation because he's a part of it. Or he's being looked at. Yeah. So how can the guy that recused himself from the investigation sit there and be taken on for counsel for firing the guy that's investigating in Russia? Like, it's called obstruction of justice. Like, you don't fucking know. Like,
yeah.
But here's where Jeff Sessions, where he screwed himself, right? Okay, so Al Franken is a senator,
yeah,
right, and he's doing the confirmation hearing on Sessions,
yeah.
And all he said to him was this: he said, "Look, I don't need you to answer this. This isn't a question. I'm not looking for your take. I'm not looking for your opinion. I'm only going to read this from the IC report, Intelligence Commission report, to put this on the record here in this hearing. That's all there is to it." And he actually did have a question to it, which basically said, if your name were to come up with Russia or blah 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 blah, would you cooperate? It's basically an opposition softball question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be like, hey, look, you and I are on different teams, but if the cops came by, you're going to help them out, right? A real passive aggressive type thing.
Yeah.
So he basically read from this IC report, and before Franken even asked the question, Sessions is just like, just want to let you know, Senator, I have not had or had any contact with any of the Russians or any foreign agent of the Russians. He didn't ask you that question. But the thing is, where he fucked up is because he was under oath when he said that. They went and looked at his job application, and he said, yeah, I did meet with the Russians. He fucking lied under oath. Like, dude, idiot boy. Like, they shot, like, what I'm getting at with all this is they basically just shoot themselves in the fucking foot every single week, dude. Dude, every single week. They find a way to fuck it up themselves. It's hilarious.
It's healed. Oh, it's healed again.
But like they can
I get the other one this time.
But it's like they can go on and on and on about the libtard media.
Damn libtard snowflakes.
Them libtard snowflakes in the media. You know what I mean? Like, they can go on.
And yet those same people throwing libtard snowflakes are the ones who flip shit every time you say the littlest thing against Trump.
Oh, of course. Well, it's hypocrisy, dude. We know all that. Like, but again, it's funny because they'll say about, the media is out to get them, but it's like, they go around and they're inventing shit and they're trying to make them fail. Dude, this guy has no problem throwing a stick into his own goddamn wheel spokes. Okay, like he really has. Dude,
he doesn't just throw it in there. He leans over and strategically all right, I'm gonna.
Dude, he is that. Dude, he is that meme of the guy riding the bike, putting the stick in his own wheel, and then going.
You hit the main power.
I hit the main power to the. At least it was just to the board, dude. So at least they still there. Look, let's see if it gets a little weird out there. All right, well, we'll see. But anyway, he literally is that guy who's riding the bike. That 3-panel meme, throws it in there, and then he falls off, or 4 panels, and then the last panel he's holding the knee, and then it'll be like a bubble, but then you'd say something ridiculous. So it would literally be just Trump just going like this, media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though he's but that's fun. That was funny.
Trump's got like his own foot in his mouth and blames the media for it.
Basically, dude. So it's gonna. I still think my quote unquote speculation stands. I think he's going by fall. He's totally going by fall.
Well, the problem is then we're stuck with fucking Pence.
Yeah, but he's gonna be so fucking neutered at this point because like he's gonna be so neutered at this point, and once he really comes out and he starts really doing that Bible banging bullshit, even like the Trump voters that can't, like, even in their ranks, there's people that can't stand that shit.
Well, I think what we need to do in this country is we need to change the impeachment process, because I think that if you impeach the president, him and all his people should go. It shouldn't just be getting rid of him, because, like, in the case of Trump, it's not just him that's the problem.
Right, yeah.
Pence is a problem. Fucking Sessions is a problem. All the people that fucking Trump has appointed are all fucking problems. I think it should be like, you impeach the president and his fucking cabinet, and then I almost think we should do like a vote of no confidence kind of thing. Like we fire all of them. We have an election.
Like just like what happened over in the UK last week, the snap election. Like the prime minister can call for a new election for a new government, and even the parliament too. The parliament can then turn around and do a no confidence vote, and you have to do a whole new election shit.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because, like, I mean, look at what we got here. We get rid of Trump, then we're stuck with Pence, and then, like, even if we got rid of Pence, then, like, there's a whole bunch of Trump's cabinet members that we'd have to go through before we even get to the fucking other people. Like Congress.
We'll end on this here real fast. To your point, the head of the FCC, he's an appointment, and look what the fuck he just did. Look what he's been doing.
What, the net neutrality?
Yeah,
shit?
You know what I mean. Like, look what he's been doing with all that shit.
Like,
fight for that, folks.
Fight for net neutrality, because, well, the whole there's so much bullshit we could have to deal with if net neutrality goes away, because then Comcast could go, oh, well, you like watching a lot of YouTube. Oh, well, you can only watch so much YouTube.
You guys like streaming on YouTube? What type of streaming are you doing? Oh, you're talking news and current events. That's $100 a month.
Or no, just streaming. Oh, you're gonna have to get the YouTube streamer package.
Right.
Oh, you use Facebook a lot. Well, we're gonna charge you for access to Facebook. We're gonna charge you to access this, that, and the other, because the way net neutrality is you paid one price and you got the same amount of traffic no matter what website you went to. What Trump and his friends are trying to do is
set up throttles where if they're not inside of it's almost like the how your health insurance is, how you have an in-network doctor and an out-of-network doctor.
Yeah.
They're going to have the same thing. Anything that's in the Comcast network, you're going to get perfectly normal fucking internet access to. Anything that's outside of Comcast is out network.
Oh, you want to go to that little, like, niche website that, like, sure, it has a healthy little community, but
even if it's something popular, let's just say, for example, Facebook and Verizon work out the deal so that Facebook is inside of Verizon's network. Comcast is going to, like you said, with Facebook, you're just going to get shitty access to Facebook, or they could just turn around and charge you for it.
Yeah. Oh, you got to get the Facebook package. Oh, you got to get the YouTube package. Oh, you like.
And what do you do?
Oh, you watch you like Netflix.
Dude, Netflix is dead.
You're gonna have to get the.
Are you kidding me? They're gonna murder fucking Netflix, dude. They're gonna absolutely murder them. Because look what.
Because like if Comcast went and said, oh, well, you have to pay for a Netflix package. So you have to pay for Netflix, and then you also have to pay for a Netflix
To be able to
package
get
to
it.
be able to get to it.
Right.
Like that.
It would literally be like having a cable subscription, but not the box. And it's like, yeah, I want to sign up for cable every month, but I don't want the box, so don't charge me that rent.
Well, no, it's like you're renting the box, but then you have to. Oh well, I want this channel. Oh, so I'm gonna have to pay for that channel and that channel and that channel and that channel. Like, rather than buying cable and getting all the channels, this is
Well,
this
I
way
wouldn't
would be. Oh, you want MTV? Oh, well, that's gonna be this much. Oh, you want
look,
History
real
Channel?
fast.
That's much.
Real briefly, though, on the TV side, I wouldn't be opposed to a la carte ordering. Like, if I only want MTV and Showtime and ESPN, you know what I mean? 'Cause,
Well, TV's dying.
well, that too, yeah. Well, that's why it's all going with that's dude. We talked about this, the CBS All Access shit. You know what I mean? Like that, and they're pushing the new Star Trek on there as the flagship show to try and get people over there to that shit. But that's what's probably what's going to happen is that all these networks, and dude, you may even see it with shows themselves. Orange is the New Black could sit there and say, you know what, or even Game of Thrones, you know what, we're fucking bigger than you, HBO. Suck a dick. We'll just do it ourselves. And you literally go and sign up and have an account on GameOfThrones.com, got.tv,
Yeah.
and you're gonna, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Who knows where this is fucking gonna go? But I know I got to get to the bus stop.
All right. Well.
So I have to say, hell of a job as always, brother. Hell of a fucking job as always.
Indeed. Likewise. All right. So I'll hit the tunes here.
Yeah, do that shit. Yes. Music.
Heavy metal.
And stuff like that. So, thanks, Eric, for stopping in and watching the show. Slacker Americana on Facebook, Slacker American on Twitter, Slacker Americana on Instagram. We will promise to have better shows. It's just I've been so busy, I don't have time to make elements or chop shit or any of that stuff. So.
Yeah. We'll have to figure out somebody to get on the show like next week or something.
If not, I mean, I can wait till July too, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I can wait till July when we got the other studio set up and do crazy shit over there. Whatever. But that's what it is. I don't have to give you I don't have to give you people excuses. That's what the fuck it is. So, alrighty, Vern. Thank you, brother.
Right.
Amazing fucking job as always. There it is. Facebook.com/SlackerAmericana. Twitter.com/American. Instagram /Americana. Even though I don't do shit over there, none of us do.
Yep.
Fucking Instagram.
Fuck Instagram.
Fuck Instagram.
Fuck them all.
Yeah. Fuck YouTube. Even though we make our bones with it. So, all right, next week, hopefully, maybe a guest, maybe not. I don't know.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. All right, kids. We're out of
right.
here.
Peace.
You got that graphic? You gonna bring that graphic up?
Which graphic?
The one, you know, that
Oh.
graphic.
Oh, this
Yeah.
graphic.
That graphic.
All right. See you.
Later.